Yemo bibia kwaba edi aba Circle TV GH. We one of the best televisions about app on show on YouTube. Oba na wa subscribe na fi wa share link as many as you can. Na eno echirin so wasan so I like it. Senia opese o like biya. Nemum make sure say obe make any comment on our videos ebeye that of decent. Yes sir wa. Make kamfo Seko Giga Heba Misha Edi Amao Oyo ba na se wini berimeshia na untumi embwejuma Seko Giga Heba Misha ena mekanfo Edi Amao Seko Giga capsules eyadea eni se oyo ba na unya tinka ana ukọ afichi oche yawo na enu echiri no se oba be ko afichire 7 days ana 6 days no odi eni 2 days 3 days mesre se obeji Seko Giga eno ebetimi edi wakoginamu na bibia etumi aye kama saranso ena Seko herbal mixture malaria fever loss of appetite general body pains ni nyina no ebetu ase malaria moana ntimi mfo ani huom enso obetumi akukuru wahye ho no masa wanhweye ensu a yede besiw so ani moja ebabo ama wo no eno no ebeye kentema enti ko bebia a yeton ebebedru ana abrofodru eye pharmaceutical shop nebusa se ope Seko nipa nipi na obetumi enya bi na bibia etumi aye kama Seko Herbal Clinic ewo buo ho ben B5 plus ana B5 plus Johnson ewo buo ho kronom afrancho buo ho uduru ho a eyade a doctor eni nurses wo ho a ombetumi ahyew eno ne de nyarewo bia ne free onipa tirim ekeka ne nase a etimi de woto na nanom wo nsiedo okọ Seko Herbal Clinic ana Herbal Center ombetumi ahyew ama ho atumi ato oba berima akoda obia betumi aba na bibia aye kama nemum kai se okwa na waboa ho sanse yenkwati aduru enoa ene ahan back to the main job na ama enei yeba live on your app and say on your phone eye Seko TV GH yehia subscription likes and share into uba na wo mu a nene ensem a ye ba be hye no English Premier League akowie ye congratulations to the Gunners Arsenal 22 years na omunji EPL yankopon adom eni wo modene mo no ma hoodene omatumi achi ede asiwo mo na so saranso ena enu akiri wo La Liga no so SC Barcelona I think say Biggie the ebe kakra because oka SC Barcelona dia na wabo ne chem so pa omonso eji league no in advance I think almost 4 to 5 matches na Barcelona aji league no edi free the lives of Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Villarreal and omamaka saranso ena oko German ya dia Bundesliga no so Hurricane and in the guys this season we see from 60 goals and yeah asem ketua kra Bayern Munich and so etimi ejido si wo na so ntie be hwe hono so review na ya befie ni ya be hwe the new appointed man papa ewiye miremu eje be guguni chemo pa Manuel Carlos Queiroz manager and coach the senior national team Black Stars yewe baby o free ene baby awoko ene World Cup ankasa ne modemo die ne wokọ akoye de ama Ghana ene die na Ghana for so ba beka akire no the governor ene be wurwuramu na fe ya hwehwe nsem yenu bi ewo Ghana Premier League nso a etumi akowiye enti ye hyase the free English Premier League preview na governor ede awuramu kakra akoya Arsenal fa so etimi eje league no true baby na obia ebo City abaso se City agye awie Everton eba bewura mu esesa moba edugu City gare mu. Governor mayenhwe English Premier League after 22 years 2004 up to 2026 Arsenal edi ne si mona mpapa mu no mutimi wurawura mu a.
Oh, I think na omo deserve so moje.
Okay.
Arsenal it deserve so much to Premier League no.
Okay.
From time Mikel Arteta by the progress Arsenal affirm.
Okay.
About payment now we champions no. A deserved victory for team and friend Arsenal.
Okay.
Offer coach ba no the 8th now progressively or conanim or climbing up the table no about 5th no did second or twice or 3 times no about be the first it showed the progress of Arsenal Football Club under Mikel Arteta. And before the season Bible started, how I build the squad no. He knew say in the previous seasons the back line says Saliba na Gabriel be prayer.
Okay.
He does say Rob Holding and Jakub Kiwo and Ebabebo. These players at least 70 to 80% of the quality na Saliba de Gabriel and the Mano. Into how will be fear in Kapi Emra Mishim, Gabriel Mosquera and Sumra Mishim. These are players they can give you quality. They are physically strong compared to Rob Holding and Jakub Kiwo. Okay. From the squad planning phase, no, or are they depth to a department na ababe problem the man no send 2 main starters no anywhere ebo mo into dru baby no say Gabriel ni Saliba kura no mo injury bi ana say dru baby wo person rest your mo the quality from the bench ebeba bi shame no emma eso ntipi because they can give you at least 70 to 80% of the quality now these 2 players at the moment and they have the structure a bit to me protecting these 2 players no. In terms of structure no, Mikel Arteta is one of the positional play coaches or pay absolute control in every phase of the game.
Okay.
Mikel Arteta person team is good in the build-up phase.
Okay.
Mikel Arteta person team is good in high pressing situations.
Okay.
Mikel Arteta person team is good in terms of out of possession.
Okay.
Mikel Arteta person team is good in terms of high build-up. Say or the ball I could do opponents in the middle third, I could do final third, or per se onya that absolute control in their situation. Mikel Arteta or you more about control than chaos. Or no person onya botre e kura ball no e push you do call final third no na otumi gain territory e ho no betumi aye ne normal. And everything about Mikel Arteta starts with the structure and ends with the structure. That is Mikel Arteta. Me say on only positional play coach or pay absolute control in every phase of the game or person or best in every phase of the game. Person was side set piece account. How many coaches, how many positional play coaches and they need J set pieces on?
I saw that last season.
Yes. Or share 19 goals from set pieces. Mikel Arteta share 19 goals from set pieces. 19 goals not share from set pieces, you know. They are the top striker in the English Premier League. Victor Gyökeres also 14, meaning it's a set piece man goes to crouch and striker now.
Yes.
Or on the bar. So it tells you something. A Chira will say, this is a coach every phase of the game. A person in the team a good one. Okay. They are deserved champions. Mabaso. From me, my perspective in the I see them doing at least back to back or a repeat. Okay. Because now Premier League, you know, is shaky. And slot and they will Liverpool
win it 3 times consecutively.
Yes, I'm expecting them to do it. Okay. Jabi Alonso, I know about Chelsea project and that former Phineas Cyber Revive. No, Nkwala inexperienced players at Chelsea. Ombe here a squad no. Ombe bifino. I feel na Jabi Alonso on shedenya pre-season bia because of World Cup no. Enti ebeye situation bia ebecha kakra for Chelsea and send over to me anya that. You know, understanding chemistry, momentum, no, so bet me competing for the Premier League. Although saying the league season be able to me see, but from where I'm sitting on paper there, it doesn't look likely say they can be a serious contender for the Premier League next season. Liverpool and Slot hold so many issues of the ball.
Okay.
Without the ball, out of possession structure and problems on the insistence of +1 -1 in the press in the zonal block, no problems bebree on the DMC pulling apart space the central lanes. So many problems for coach Efreno and Slot. Maresca, City were the quality in the squad. Maresca, any coach Efreno Guardiola, similar in terms of ideology in football because they all tilt to control. They all like positional play. They all believe in the structure. But also, I feel no be adding no normal. Ama squad no so atenase. And City, the quality they have, omoye contenders next season. But when you compare Enzo Maresca record to Mikel Arteta, mushia head to header, you can see say Mikel Arteta enya the upper hand on him.
Okay.
Per Premier League in there, Arsenal deserve champions. I'm expecting them to go one step further,
to win it
back to back, or even
26, 27.
Yes, I'm
27,
expecting them to win
28.
next season and also the season after that because
Okay.
of the shake-ups now. I just say what English Premier League in them now.
Okay. Yeah, away from EPL na yenhwe La Liga. Uhuni say SC Barcelona eye omodemo ana almost ticket to say they can win the La Liga and almost forget Champions League and am away from Champions League. Omode babeji La Liga no in advance ana.
A big team be and even big team like Barcelona no. Opeso oje treble.
Okay.
Before the start of the season, Opeso oje treble. The same thing applies to Real Madrid. The same thing applies to Arsenal, Manchester City, Liverpool. These teams, no, they want all the trophies.
Okay.
Season no competitions, no, it be a different chain. The Champions League is different from La Liga. Okay. As at now, Barcelona started league ni be a favorite. Yeti hey, Barcelona started league ni sisi. Ye started La Liga ni sisi on a favorite. Eti enyes of forgetting Champions League, no. But Champions League no bar and normal bibia to me see.
Harder than the league.
Champions League na enyes harder. And normal bebre come in the Champions League than in the league. In the league, you need to be consistent. You need to be the best team. But in the Champions League, you don't need to necessarily be the best team to win. Champions League, normal can be important.
Okay.
Champions League, make us a tactics character movement. Normal means that we go in hand. Over to me, tactics, over to me, aquama, over to me, nullify opponents in the tactical, ubenya upper hand. But when o team ni character, players now take your movement, tactics in your qua.
Okay.
You get the point.
Yeah.
And like I say in the Champions League, the movement is very important than tactics.
Okay.
You need players they can create the movement. You need players when the moment arrives, somebody to me taking those movements. And when the Champions League near a different competition compared to the league. And to Pep Guardiola Bekacho said Champions League, and no one will come. Champions League near too volatile compared to the league. League you need to be consistent. Want to be in league, you need to be the best team. You need to show up consistently. So one show up in 2 matches, I will take actually.
Okay.
Every match you should be there. Every match you should be there. That is the league. And when Barcelona here, in the Champions League, one mistake, red card, or conceded 2 goals against Atletico Madrid.
Yes.
In the Champions League, one misplaced pressing, one late pressure from Obi, one disorganized high line, or the conceded goal. One record in the second leg, and to me, I'm now 20 momentum. Also. That is how the Champions League is. But in the league, consistently they were the best team. Although say around October, November, no man said down. But after Chelsea game, the momentum now Barcelona picking, a bomb in the league went on a run. Na a bomb to me racket points. But until I say. Amount neglected Champions League, but Champions League, it comes with its own problems. It comes with its own situations. In such situations, more manager be free. But in the league, consistency, so to me, consistency now, over to me, Ag League, and I think that is what Hansi Flick and Barcelona did that.
You waste your time, baby.
The
per se, you share Bundesliga. Now you share Bayern Munich. Winning the league, you know, I think it's easy for them. But the UEFA Champions League, I can't remember, say, the last time I'm in Fana was 2012 against Chelsea. Adiena, we share free Bayern Munich. Anyone, UEFA Champions League now. I said, ya to nsumo.
Oh, Bayern Munich ball final 2019-2020 waje.
Okay.
With Hansi Flick.
Okay.
But on a free honor, even consistency some beba semi-finals na no one. No montama.
Okay.
I think this season was the first time in about 4 or so years I went to semi-final. They lacked the consistency. Some beba semi-final. The semi-final about one boy was with Thomas Tuchel, Real Madrid.
Okay.
Hostel shared those 2 goals. Yes, in the semi-final, if you want na quarter finals, na so mudu wa agora. Bayern Munich for me, top 3 best teams in Europe. Omo kan be
top 3.
Yes. Even Okachem say me cast omo na first, okra me catch us omo na first. Very good side. Team ne bobo na and I agree with you say the quality between Bayern Munich and the other Bundesliga sides na emuwa. Bayern can say this is the same Bayern Munich 2 or 3 seasons ago na Leverkusen in the league, you know.
Okay.
But also what I'm accommodating as.
Okay. So beating.
Yes. So it is not just about quality in Kwana Maoje. You can have the quality. But when you coach Obasha Noma year, who to me that time they had the quality, but Leverkusen here Noma year no J. That time they had the quality over Leverkusen. But say Leverkusen be G League, you know. It's quality need they all say more what there. But you need a normal a bit to getting the best out of the quality. And none of Vincent Company ababe, you know. Vincent Company by a team no additions in San Juana or my but what I'm coming
okay.
But still na omo bobo no. I'm a talking match. Hamama to Paminkano. These were players before Company na nkofo bebre that to omo quality no. And the Kimmich, you can't doubt the quality of Kimmich. Upamecano are revitalizing him as one of the best centre backs. This was a player now he drew baby name for friend Upa Maguire.
Okay.
And my fee. But now under Company, what to me I say, and the quality is there, but you need the coach to bring out the best out of the quality. Vincent Company are there. A fluid system, embracing chaos and control, profiling, a top notch. Why adwuma yie e de ama team my friend no Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. In the Champions League problems no send me kafa Barcelona no. The Champions League is a different competition altogether. In the first leg no mo body tia PSG I would the Parc des Princes no. They were the better team.
Okay.
Emphatically, they were the better team. They created the most chances. Ball no mo na ebo. But what change our moment to win winning match in the moment. The amount of chances man take chances. No? These are moments in the game. But what I'm accommodating.
Yeah.
When you didn't take these moments, when you don't capitalize on these moments, a beba back up a huntil. It appears in your idea back on share, but when you are no bony to be. And these things in the Champions League, and the money yet a bit dicey, and the Champions League near complicated, say. But domestically, they were the better side. The quality no nelson, tactically nelson. But in Europe, no one the own problem. Almost you deserved champions, but all the Europe judge or Martin say one fair.
Okay.
Reaching the semi-finals and you're bad for almost season Athens or Mohavian. And was a DFB Puka.
Yes.
Which is 2-3.
Yes.
And Athens say a very good season from team my friend Bayern Munich.
Okay. Eno a sports biggie and a otaining kind of the governor. Ye ho Brunia Mainso din komo na ye ba be hye oyene ene atoyere nchema 2025-26 toto the Blues and the White Angels. Real Madrid obiye nim nia eti bayera humem amanambo. The governor ɛwurawura mu before sɛ yɛba nti ɔbaa bebiem na ɔde akyerɛ yɛn. The governor, Chelsea from 2024-25 season winning the FIFA World Club Champions and Omoba 2025-26. And you might Guama next season. You Chelsea ewo Europe campaign. Real Madrid de obeko Champions League. Fenumie no uhu baby omu ye meeting na omu kodi aduane bi.
Chelsea started the season with confidence.
Okay.
Because beating the European champions. A great feat.
Nenye easy cry.
And it wasn't just about beating them. They exposed PSG. Oma nkofu hu weaknesses. Weaknesses and nkofu be brave enim. Chelsea ma hu transitions down Vitinha side ho. How are omu taking advantage of the flanks of team friend PSG? How are omu pressing PSG? Emmanuel PSG ball long balls, especially in the first 10 minutes of the game. How are team friend Chelsea, a team City back, apply some man-to-man references, especially with Koval on Dembele, a ball to me, limited PSG attack. No?
Okay.
So it was a very brilliant tactical display and also individual display. Because that they mean to me, you play about Kukure and Frame. From goalkeeper
individual
to the striker, Obia born humode, Obia ma top class performance from the team. Eti almost her performance we boss our ball we now be real season anymore. Yeah, tougher. Chelsea fan be expect say o de never count.
Yeah.
Chelsea fan be expect so betumi push akọ nanim akwaje the league. But the league no ehia consistency. League no ehia say obabo humode across 38 games.
Yes. 10 months.
Sometimes we will lose match no. No man ko ye. Unto 38 games abra say who lose match and then see. Sometimes you lose the match. But so who say and no man say na ko ye made to me a solve.
Okay.
Chelsea didn't have that consistency. Chelsea didn't have that consistency because one squad ne kura mo no a young squad, inexperienced squad. They will commit a lot of mistakes. And to shed this season, a team with the red card power was one Chelsea. So with the red card in top flight football, our form in top flight football, want to mean for 10 against 11. And Kosa
now you're 11 crown that's
and that's and now you're 10. These were problems, defensive errors, technical errors at Chelsea here in the match. That inexperience, you know, equals the second one, Maresca sacking. No.
Okay.
Maresca sacking. No. Now, Maresca won the flaws. Me as an analyst, me hear sometimes in the matches on my board. But Maresca by Chelsea, you can never say won't impact the team. No. Go and check Chelsea build up before Maresca under Pochettino. No more Bobo free Chiraba, no more Bre Papa. And Maresca, he brought a structure, brought a partner, with
Chelsea. The same players.
Same players. A Boama Chelsea, no more to me Bobo ni free Chiriba. Chelsea were one of the most deadliest sides in terms of say, deep build up. How quick they move the ball, the third man combinations. How I know Bobo on Papa.
Even the right back with James.
The verticality I know the Bobo. How I know taking advantage of the spaces in behind the defensive lines. It was top notch from Enzo Maresca. Sa coach we aba at the sa structure yaba players need be improve. Enzo Fernandez will improve. You can never tell me say Enzo Fernandez improve. Or who Rhys James, you saw the problem. Or the different position be Rhys James. No Bobo and no more ball.
No
Palmar eba no nani din etesen and Enzo Maresca na ekoso. Levi Cole wam ko fani free Brighton na ne money ye boba Chelsea obi ehun how good are oye onya consistent English national team a collab. Eti this kind of coach say or hit a rough patcher. You just don't sack the coach.
So you think Chelsea down for is Enzo Maresca?
As 34. So we sack Enzo Maresca. It was a needless sacking. Se no man nkɔ yi a ma coach no nto aso because coach wey nye coach abeka say enoma beko formal to the extent say odu be di 10 for na 9th enso Maresca wo ha ka Chelsea bebo Europe omo Champions League ko bebo Europa League and
not even a conference
league wo second no coach a odi ne bae no ono so ono ma different kakra che Maresca obae no ono so ama ne time and asake no me Chelsea I'll never blame Rosinua. I'll never blame Maresca. They were doing the best they could. And one and no more no. The some and one no more. Although say me agree with Rosinua lineup or the call Brighton. You Chelsea to me Brighton won't come ball. Now attack is one lineup near 3. I totally disagree.
Okay.
But the next some and one no more. You just give this type of managers time. Particularly with Enzo Maresca, the why be a more coach on why be a more. I'm out Europe last season. Was Barcelona. Bayern Munich, we saw how they competed at the Alliance Arena. Mistakes no more yo. Mistakes no more born in chair too. And the man Bayern for say. You saw how Chelsea competed against Bayern Munich. You saw how Chelsea compete in big games in the English Premier League. Can you correct you say Rooney? So Chelsea share Man U another former Man U.
No.
So Chelsea share Liverpool another former Liverpool.
4 seasons. Nine to me share Chelsea.
Chelsea share Arsenal another former Arsenal. No many these teams but big matches in the bar. You see Maresca at least obenya a tactical plan be a Chelsea compete. I can say on record say to me, not even about 5 matches are these coaches in big clubs out coaching Maresca in a big game. Luis Enrique in Jamno Conference League. Hansi Flick, na Barcelona according to me Bobo in Fletcherima. Barring the injuries, the absence of Pedro Rafinha on those things, and no family. But against Barcelona, na Barcelona build up a crowd or break. And this kind of coach, nyabo teramano. Many season assess no pena wapam not in the mid season nipa kro na okofa na ba no oye lower in the food chain. You get my point? Because those no eba no nim Chelsea team no. Oh no English Premier League no nim. Onim English game no because we coaching Hull City. But onim the English Premier League. English Premier League is different from Championship.
Okay.
But what am I say? It Chelsea suffering there. The player performance was poor, inexperienced, technical errors, and also the sacking of the 2 coaches, particularly Enzo Maresca, and so
Yense Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid now they are eager to win UEFA Champions League. Drew baby Kurano na supporters no call it say coaching in Sasani Bibiano. And yeah, be hard because Omo Mbappe, Vinicius, and the other guys. DNC ma Drew baby na Real Madrid. I said, Obo game or be any say Madrid game with first department in the crown baby. But that first department, no ma coincide 2 and 3.
Real Madrid a team historically. Real Madrid a tilted towards chaos. Now, Real Madrid born, it is not about 3-2-5, 2-3-5, 4-2-4. Real Madrid wasn't known for that.
Okay.
Real Madrid wasn't a team known for structure. Real Madrid is a team known for transitions, known for movement. And Real Madrid in the league, Ubon say, kukwasa. But do Champions League, or quality no wa a Champions League no. Patwate me nkomodi na se.
Okay.
Now under Ancelotti last season in the 2024-2025 season they saw say that kind of football ain't to me suffice in the league and also in Europe. Okay. Because all those in the Champions League they are chaotic moments teams now they are having structure. Teams now are embracing control in the Champions League. And your players now in chaotic moments, nobody to me take advantage. Yemfa obi mra obema that structure no. But what in commodity na say? Yemfa obi mra obetumi build a structure around the team. In came Xabi Alonso.
Okay.
Xabi Alonso oba no. Oye control coach ono akacho so o person the team no e control game no.
Na a proper time like
it was the proper time. Ancelotti ko. You need to a little change in ideology. We a chaotic team. Transitions movement. Wako Europe, wako go one mass. When we say trend na e Europe no, it is not about transitions no movement and go.
So are they?
You need tools in the high press. You must know how to press high. You must know how to break down blocks. You must know how to sustain possession. You need these tools to compete now in the league and also in Europe.
Okay.
It is Xabi Alonso but on the side the or starting in the camera. And no man kwe. Just like Maresca now also sacking ye needless, no. The same applies to Xabi Alonso and also sacking ye needless. Because wako Super Cup, ama Barcelona send 3-2. Our Super Cup and in that same match, Real Madrid in here allows 2 big chances with Carreras and Raúl Asensio and Uncle Beto Miatekam.
Okay.
It wasn't a match. Obekase, apart from the first half, Barcelona dominate you omono. Second half, no, na Barcelona dominate you omu pisa. Debbie.
Okay.
It was a match that they were in the game. They had chances to equalize. You don't sack a coach or yet in the middle of building a DNA or friend by so okay. A coach or this structure by a coach no Real Madrid sustaining possession. A coach in the high pressing situation. Now Real Madrid they improve it. And the Xabi Alonso, Real Madrid bought here De Zerbi must say De Zerbi is a coach known for the build up. De Zerbi influence in the build up in the modern game and undeniable.
Yes, Oshe senior o kan corner dia problems are see wo Chelsea no and where
similar thing NSC in Real Madrid no because coach only need De Zerbi build up ball and force high pressing situations high turnover 17 and yeah easy okay. That game how we nullify Marseille build up no with high pressing. This was a Real Madrid side that was pressing even Celta Vigo higher no to me. Go and check the Copa del Rey against Celta Vigo. Go and check the Copa del Rey against Real Sociedad last season. Go and check Barcelona high pressing in the league 2024-2025. They couldn't press gaps, at them. They aren't coordinated. But Xabi Alonso no, Real Madrid were improving the press.
So
Kylian Mbappe yes, one pair one pair pressing. In the first part of the season under Xabi Alonso, now the players almost force and almost press pass force turnovers. Now Kylian Mbappe cut off 5 in the Champions League.
Okay.
It is how quite way on the foundation will lay. Now our results pay and mana. What's a keno? What's a keno? What's a for because was return and never shall. Abeloa.
Are you telling us say Xabi Alonso echo EPL to Chelsea no? Is he going to be the right man?
Right man or a right man?
Okay.
So I see Xabi Alonso playing more the Leverkusen football than say Obebody no more Real Madrid.
Okay.
Because how Chelsea no obi abeba under the umbrella.
Okay.
Obenya kwan actually obi ade so ye.
Okay.
But also what I'm comedy na.
Okay.
So you are going to see a similar Leverkusen team in Chelsea.
Okay.
Under Xabi Alonso, unlike Real Madrid, the ego problems, player division, board on sensem, and I think a problem at the Real Madrid.
Okay.
The Real Madrid, the Omwana Ball Mamma, Omwana Ball Mamma, you bet to me cross our transfers on one sem.
Okay. Okay.
Transfer out the bay. Carreras at that time left back position. Now you can take the sensible transfer because I agreed with that transfer. Okay. Frank Garcia,
yeah.
Felamendi injury prone, Carreras, Beba, Obebo, and Xabi Alonso, no Obopa.
Yeah.
Carreras and Xabi Alonso, yes. First part of the season. No Obopa. Then hoisting by centre back, Adam Militao, back to back ACL, Rudiger knee injuries, Alaba, and you're consistent. Until center back Raul Asensio, Rudiger. I don't know what injuries no na most reliable center backs in the moment. So the center back back Poison from Bournemouth. Na or form no deba. First part of the season under Alonso and so yeah. But maybe I bet me Akaya Master Antoine signing no.
Okay.
We here left-footed ringer. I think that Master Antoine now.
Okay.
Real Madrid there need to go for a player at least or European experience. Be a obetumi ababeshim. Midfield problem.
Okay.
Chouameni is not Toni Kroos. You need that controller. You need
Quality,
that player
no,
to be able to play under pressure.
Okay.
Chouameni yes, no. You can partner Chouameni with the controller, but the Germany you could go Chouameni so. One to be amano. Xabi Alonso recommended Zubimendi one to. Patches ultimate comedy.
Yes.
One to amano. It's no you suit Chouameni. Do baby na da gulaba ebabe. Ada Gula is not that player
so, yeah.
in off the ball.
Offensive.
Off the ball, workers all born to pivot with Chouameni off the ball a problem. Ati men come dey na say nti e ho no so sa won problem in terms of player recruitment. Oh, yeah, Real Madrid you need a number 9.
Okay.
Gonzalo Garcia and Mbone Boba, you need a number 9 like Joselu, in the profile of Joselu. A target man in some situation, which shall stubborn low block will be patterns in you need to swing in crosses.
Okay.
Now Joselu man when replacing no. And to player recruitment, some were sensible, some were not. And now the most unsensible one was the sacking of Xabi Alonso, and then the man Real Madrid down for no. Before so be corner point gap no between Barcelona and saying after so point they say point gap no any between Barcelona and Arbeloa saying. I think that both teams in there they have similar problem.
Okay.
Egotistic board making unnecessary. You use unnecessary sporting decisions. Mo club.
Okay, the sports biggie, the governor. Ojina home kakra na fi ya ba be wie foreign analysis no nemo meka we say Seco Herbal Center Konom Afrancho Bohon B5 Plus company no Johnson wa ko na kokosa ho nyarewa hepatitis A B C D and afin so prostate enlargement chese stomach cancer na se ulcer or throat cancer or infertility nyarewa bia wo nipa ho bia no I recommend ayarasabia ni din edi Seco Herbal Center edi amount ko na doctor enhwe no nsa amount Seco Giga eyade a eni aba edi ama yenuanom ma oba no emerima asiesie won ho awie because se berima nyewura Seco a yebisa ne se utedua no egina so ne mu odene ebo adwuma ne bo chenso because obu wo ha ebo adwuma ye tie ani ani na si ne trase but ye bebo adwuma gina so obi kura betima ma 1 hour konum su aba bebo 1 hour ka ho eno ena se berima ne de ne yesa wo ba no nso wo de yese wasiesie ayemfie ho wote de a wotumi hia berima che ene ubehia Seco Giga na etumi abodwuma ama bibia ye kama okay yeba na yaba bewie ewo amanone nsem no na ye hwe 2026 FIFA World Cup say die nsem a enam abontene a okọ English a omoka obatwi nso a omoka Derekon na wo UK no Palmar and I think say your mama starts from Chelsea. I think say you Chelsea no yenhwe Palmar and the other English players now almost enya collab edin see ama omontumi enya collab maybe obetumi akasa o coach no unima de ana na ni hu good player but the governor ebekire we say ni ntia ama wanko World Cup ni bi no eye we ntia bigi ma yenhwe we no kakra bi na yemrafi England squad ababo ntini the likes of Palmar Foden omo maka no cry that thing say average bit say Harry Maguire no we mu ne dide ye de betu be kakra but Palmar for Foden. DNC.
In terms of national team football, tournament coaches no mamienu.
Okay.
Baako players a fitting a style of football no person born.
Okay.
Nti I want to play a transitional game in the World Cup. I have to call players on board transitional game.
Okay.
I have to defend. Say me kura ball no. Say me select team me kura ball. So it is more about what coach no epe.
Okay.
And not the far. Secondly, I have balance in the team. There are positions. Positions within the position, there are profiles.
I learnt 5 players at number 10 row.
Exactly. So 5 players I have to select Omwa. Omobema me balance. No must fit me kwaya me person me bobo. English national team no. The last Euros omo no. No more Bellingham. Any Phil Foden.
As a number 10.
One match more.
As a number 10.
Yes. 2 players with the same zone of influence. Phil Foden a person or what around the zone 14.
Okay.
18-year boxing, the one person will impact the game. Because Phil Foden here, player, the ability in between the lines. Obe to me a 10 no. Or the 10 no one or shoot
to score.
I want in the zone of influence. Bellingham person or no sa attack box no from deep. Balance in the
Okay.
But what I'm comedy na say. Eduru baby. England they bobo are not carrying 3
Okay.
in the 2022 World Cup and they provided width on the left. Na carrying 3 no 1v1 no bet me atwene say.
At the left back.
What I'm comedy na say. Full backs no mostly omo bebre good in dynamic situation. What creating space no arrive in the space. What creating space no catch some for ball and carry into that space. No problem. But in static situations, as watching. Obesity carrying trip, obesity. On the left, over break, you struggle.
Okay.
And now as I did 2 profiles, almost about number 10, or more person or more zone of influence inside the same zones. Balance in the team.
Okay.
82 shall no or per balance. On to me, Suhone turns 5, not the or come. Now other positions are so far.
We no enye sacrifice. But
It is not about winning bubble. It is about one coach, ball person or 2, the balance now or share what team no.
okay.
So I share England for sending ball now. They use the 3 white triangles. White triangle at the base and 2 white triangles. It was more used to 3 triangles. 1 at the base and 2 white triangles. We need those 2 white triangles and there should be a passer and runner profiles. And if you're no, Gordon and Rashford, runner.
Okay.
Also, Omumi no more running.
Yes,
and I Gordon Mommy more of a typical runner.
Okay.
Madueke Saka. Also a running.
Okay.
So we are saying you need interiors and they will give you the passing. It's Bellingham and Morgan Rogers. They can pass. Omumi no Bellingham kwabesa to me running. It's a profiles no more and more a balance no more no rather than say winning bubble and because England for the lack of balance in several tournaments. England beko match na obo Steven Gerrard.
Okay.
No obo Paul Scholes, no obo Lampard, no obo Owen Hargreaves. Ade wabase obo stop say omu shoehorn talents into the starting 11. Until now, it is more about balance, more about correctly profiling the players in the structure and getting the best out of them. And shocking me say England bet me a many.
Okay.
Because I'm a ball Gordon and now Rashford were left wing. Now me bought the Clarence be wo. Now me bought fullback or back on the left back. The same applies to the right sider. I have a passer runner combo in the white triangles. What I mean, say I can now play around and through a block. As simple as ABC.
Okay.
It's a about Palmar in Bobo, and about Morgan Gibbs White in Bobo. But it is purely about balance and how these profiles fit into Thomas Tuchel, a style of play no person.
Okay. Yenhwe Pedro nso die. I think say governor enwie omre ono ma no 7 hours kra na wo boy djuma ma. Nti ma yenhwe Pedro so. How the situation?
Joao Pedro the end there, unlike Palmar the na Metias here with balance no. Joao Pedro the end the only justification Metias here and say Carlo Ancelotti man the chances before the call-up no friend before World Cup call-up no friend oba ontumi mono send your person bono as the number 9 na the performance nye a only justification of not calling Joao Pedro there. I agree. Based on performance.
At that time.
Okay. Before the World Cup call-up. At that time. And Unti and our friend, I agree.
But now.
But saying no dear, I will never understand why Joao Pedro enko World Cup. Abra wa friend Endrika.
I don't know maybe bisa say. O choose between wine and Pedro.
Me who situation no come here say Otusu between Neymar and Joao Pedro, which to me
Neymar and
I think say no Otusu
it's Ghana kwani kwase e kasa o because
Neymar or pedigree, yes, Neymar or pedigree, Neymar or quality no, but consistency need to say
and even current form
now kra na wo friend ne ya so opra
nra
o miss 2 weeks o to me more friendly ni bi.
But what happened
Obekobi.
Now Kokra na
so what I say
coming out from injury.
And no me yama tie fontia say me ni hwe ntia Neymar, one of my favorite players of all time. Me penance me ye. But over free player consistency ni ho we prepare. Onye the same player as when I call 2022 World Cup. Over a player now no war ball. Obema no different. Kunya Obonaya onye physically dominant is Pedro.
No.
Pedro aerial duels obe blue CCA. I just want to incomodate na. Eti obe friend name all right, Matthias here. You don't sacrifice Joao Pedro. Hendrick 8 goals, 8 assists. And no one friend Hendrick no de okoboyin.
Me won me say sa call up no. Enye Ghana team. Enye Africa nti ana me mpese me domu suko bebre because you say oboda ma odi fifi wo de enye wo kan bi di but me bia am say
Hendrick no say Hendrick ko bon idea and justify so Joao Pedro ho so Hendrick o de Hendrick ba bon nine obe substitute for Matheus Cunha ba bon nine won Joao Pedro ho
nti ho na form 10
2 so Matheus Cunha and ba bon nine Matheus Cunha as the 9, onye better than NCM Joao Pedro as the 9. Matheus Cunha this is your bonai mama you.
And even numbers from EPL cra.
Joao Pedro then there I don't see and I'm saying the only justifiable excuse I de mama me Metias here no. Say a fact say Joao Pedro previous collapse na no nya no. Ancelotti man chance or na performance no form. I agree. Performance in the mum nyamye ni muru ni na form. But based on performance on club side, based on form, and now they were Fred Hendrick so unko bonai ahead of Joao Pedro Mentias here. And now they were Fred Matheus Cunha so unko bonai ahead of Joao Pedro Mentias here because of the Matheus Cunha bonai sa if it's all buy no bo. Matheus Cunha free Ancelotti by I think say he has been one of the most consistent players, especially for position now obon. Inti enunti yi se odi no bekwa. What pure 9 profiles are. Oh come on. Joao Pedro exclusion in there. I will never agree. We can't sacrifice Neymar for Joao Pedro no matter Neymar quality. No matter Neymar quality. You can't take Hendrick to a World Cup na Joao Pedro. No matter Hendrick quality kurano. So Joao Pedro then there, I think say my understanding no and my agreement no form. But more ma can there, I agree.
Oh,
Palmar there, Metias Harry Maguire metiase, Foden metiase. But Joao Pedro there. There's one player so Mika Götze.
Okay.
Our Ajax, Belgium. Now Rudy Garcia so ye call up our so one friend. This is a player around 17 goals or so in the Eredivisie. This is a player averaging around 3 dribbles per game. Eredivisie in the Netherlands no attacking statistics via this guy is in there. Ofra Kwalapa also on freno. Arguably one of the most informed players in terms of Belgium nationals no. Okaubi, why you call up on freno? And some of these decisions now coaches need taking in terms of collapse in there. Me say two excuses, the style of play, any balance or say some normal way me no. Oh, him na who oh, him na be a player be a friend. Now the some normal me no way too na who the entire friend na. Maybe there is a third excuse to be a you're aware of it.
Okay. Yenko yen old man, 73-year-old, Manuel Carlos Cruz. After say Alex Ferguson, a boy Juma Manchester United, or the Iran call FIFA World Cup 3 times. Or ye Juma Diama on one in my Portugal, or by Egypt, any home chronoba, and ye that's sorry ya. Or many you now agree say the profile, ni CV no, yamfanon call World Cup at age 73. We say your team ya. And now in to we are able a dear chin for a mefay. Bet me a bois, a group stage, Panama, Croatia, England.
Tournament football is all about game preparation, game management.
Okay.
We show opponent, you prepare according to the opponent. Game no cost you manage the game no one.
Okay.
That is tournament football for me.
Okay.
And until sometimes you have a tournament, you a small team, be a big team, no. Okay. Game preparation, just game like management.
Saudi Arabia, Argentina.
Argentina, I prepare game no. I share team no the weaknesses and the strengths. While limiting the strength, while exploiting the weaknesses. Game no cost momentum no fluctuate. A do baby a team na no ho den benya momentum. Team na no ho enye den no so benya momentum. You manage the momentum. Time and need momentum, you manage it. So game preparation, game management, tournament football. Carlos Queiroz ma share 3 matches now the Iran boy in 2022 World Cup. My training in Abium against England, against Wales, and against US. Match I'm Philip. You can see the clear style of play. You can see quite a person Bobon was against Wales.
Okay.
They won that match 2-0. Brilliant tactical display. The place no more quality. Actually, they know use for Iran. It is a place where no will buy into that idea. Ghana bet me for group staging. Ghana bet me for round of 16. Ghana bet me for quarter final.
Serious?
I'm serious.
Okay. Okay.
Me sense as how born no born will Wilson. No. Say no be no baba bebo. With these players, no players are willing to buy into that same idea. Ghana bet me for group stage. Ghana bet me about round of 32, about round of 16 and do quarter final.
Okay.
Because style of play no. Send your Carlos Queiroz born and a tournament ball.
Okay.
Defend the deep, limit the opponents in attack, transition.
Okay.
Defend the deep, limit the opponents in attack, transition.
Okay.
Okurabona, the main progression through long ball, second ball, transition, long ball, second ball, transition.
Okay.
Me say or the balls for no. Say or ball long ball now. The emphasis is not on that first ball, but the better from no second ball. No. Second ball, no top from now. Or you saw a structure, enable you run for no to me pick a second ball. No. It was to me ball long ball. No, now you run for no about 2 or 3 players behind that. Open ball by an mafa. Now ball no top from more fire. No be running through the channel near Obama. It imagine someone you in this kind of situation.
Okay.
Imagine a senior mamu in this kind of situation.
Shaku.
These are players with pace.
Yes.
These are players that they can exploit that space in the channels. It's for second ball, no. Bomber players, through the channels. Transition, defend, stay compact, wide coverage. limiting opponents in central progression. Mentally, you're on point.
Okay.
Physically, duels, pick you duels.
Okay.
A football on paper, for me, a highly successful. Sabono, a highly successful.
Tienya hope coach ni
Yenya
mse.
coach ni.
Adwuma oyeye ene that match is no way si boy ni die. Se no an obebo dia.
Against England or defending, but England shall assist.
Okay.
But the details were there.
Okay.
The players 1 or 2 mistakes be concentration and a healthy one.
Okay.
And also England quality was so more change Iran.
Sure.
So what for Ghana no now the boy Englander the quality between Iran and England and Ghana and England no a bridge.
Okay.
Say Iran ni England the na ti say ya Ghana ni England the na be say.
Okay.
Enti on say margins no a little bit closer.
Okay.
It's against Iran defense no was there. They scored 2 goals. It should tell you something against England.
Okay.
On England, about watching the 2 goals.
Okay.
It's
that was 6-2.
6-2. Foundation was there. They did everything against USA. USA in 3-0. That match and also a lot of quality, especially on the attacking line. Near how made it terrain more and you're consistent on the day. But say, no, not that same plan. I'll prepare for the opponent. I will limit the opponent's strength. I'll exploit the weaknesses. I will defend compactly and rely on transitions there. Ghana profile of players and fitted that style.
Okay.
The only problem is the players buying into that style, working tirelessly for that style. Or yeah, may say, Rooney, Ghana can go to the round of 32, to the round of 16, to the quarterfinals.
Thank you. Yedi jumedi yedi nyina AC ewo Circle TV GH. Or subscribe na fe wa leave comment decent ones nkwa na fe wa tag wa share link no as many as you can na wa like it as well.
Yes.
This whole show is brought to you by Circle Herbal Center at Cronum Afrancho Buoho B5 Plus Junction. Obeko na wakwa jiwa resa na bibia aye kama ohuto wi a running phone to coin was Spotlight Travel and Tours ewo Kumasi Culture Center midin ye Eric Asiedu betumi aframe me baby Rooney many sports give big the governor and edin semono ebremo same time next week yakramo.